Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. I almost said 2023. It's 2024 now. It is. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Xingyi. This morning I'm going to start covering Beng quan. This is the third in the creative cycle of the 5 elements: metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. Beng is wood, Beng is wood. Drill is water. And P, split, is metal. Pao quan is fire. Hung quan is earth. Those 5 elements connect in both a creative cycle, which is why I gave it in that order, that is the creative cycle, and in a destructive cycle, which is part of what we use and develop as we practice in a 2-person arrangement. So as we're practicing individually, we're going to work on what we need to work on individually. As we practice for a 2-person set, or as we applications, right? What is going to counter which element? So if I extend with dry tron, hung tron will counter it. If I know that in advance and I see somebody coming, I can use that, right? This morning, Beng tron. As we go forward, and I mentioned this application set as we go forward, it is one of the things that I have not covered and I need to cover. I just don't have another person in the room with me, so that does tend to present a little bit of a problem, but I can compensate. We can work on that. I mean my AI over here, right? No. No. Not without my express permission. It doesn't happen. Nobody. Don't do it. Alright, but I've thought about it. I have. Anyway, that part of practice where we focus on what we might do in some encounter. What am I doing with this, right? In addition to what's here, what does this counter? Let's talk about that in a little bit. Let's get started. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. We have the let me how to say this. Let's do basic stretch first. Alright, feet about shoulder width apart. Hands circle in the front, back around to both sides. Up along the center line. Yeah, I was checking to see how I felt about doing the other set, and I need to stretch first. And again. And one more time. Fingertips reach up, elbows drop down, wrists, hands return to your sides. Alright, hang on a second. Sorry about that, I need to check something real quick. Alright, this set that we're going to do is this one that I have taught that I learned from Professor Liu. Arms up. Ready, elbows go back. 1, 2, open the fist. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms up. I've got my left hand up. And go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the side, I'm going over to my right, left hand over, right hand behind. 1, 2, and fist is out. Going this way. 1, 2, turn it over, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow. The elbow hand, the elbow arm holds fist. This is not really pushing, but it helps with the turn. So it's more turn the shoulders than it is push the hand. The elbow does get pushed. It does go back. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms up. 1, 2. Down. 3, 4. Keep the knees bent. Keep the hips open and keep your balance. And go up. 1, 2. Down. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. You should feel moderately warmed up. Right leg front, left leg back. Open stance and little bit of a bounce. Don't keep your knee straight, but don't bend it a lot either. Okay? Weights over here. Don't push into your knee. Push down through the heel. Right? If you can't do this, your weight's not in the right place. Set and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two more. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sink. Keep your back upright. Keep your hips straight. Hold. And come on up. Other side. Same set. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, sink. Extend the back leg. Don't lock the knee. Keep the body upright. Hold the hips. Hold through the leg. And come on up. All right, that last bit where you should hold, that will give you the stance, and it will help to develop the holding strength through the hip girdle as well as through the torso, so that as we go up and down, it's easier to go up and down. I am still leaving out the last set, which is here. All right? It'll be here. It'll be here. I have a couple of things that I still need to work through in my own practice as I'm doing that. You're going to see it. We're going to see it again. Right? And that development, up and down, let's go here, let's go there. Part of that is development that I just talked about. It's developing the holding strength here, as well as the ability to support the whole torso through the upper body, so that you're not on your legs, you're over them. That difference in usage, right, is something that we absolutely have to work on, and this exercise, the way I just gave it, helps with that. All right, Beng quan. That's it. It's Beng quan. All right. As we practice, one of the things that we want to develop, there's skills we want to develop, right? The ability to say, I'm thinking to myself, all right, right now I'm setting up, I'm going to do Beng quan with my left fist, and my right foot is going to step forward. I did. That, I'm thinking about, this is what I'm doing, is part of what we absolutely want to develop. Xingyi, form, mind, the form and the mind. Xing, the outer form. Yi, intent, mind. What are we doing? Each of the 5 elements, I talked about this previously, each of the 5 elements has its own pattern practice and its own element, right? But as its own pattern practice, as well as being integrated into the 5 elements connecting form. Okay? For Beng quan, Santibu, right? Start here. I'm sink a little bit lower. I can work a little bit lower today. I'll be all right. All right. As I prepare, get ready to step forward. Both hands pull in. Sink into the back so that I can step, right? And step. That extend forward. And so, my fist is here, comes over. Okay, not under, over. This circle, the tiny heavenly circle, right here, the small heavenly circle, that large heavenly circle, yeah, it goes the same, right? This would be a reverse. We're not doing that. It goes this way. Same foot front. There's 2 options for this, right? I can change feet. I can use the same foot. Right foot front. Right foot stays front. Right? I can change feet. Left foot front. Right foot front. That step through is the same as what we're using with the other punches, right? So step, step, close. That basic Xingyi step. Hands behind your back. Right foot front. Sink. Step. Step, close. 60 in the front, 40 in the back. that method is what we use to step through. If we're not changing feet, it's much simpler, and in some respects could be a little bit harder. The position that we end up needs to be correct. This goes with the front foot, not with the back. That timing matters. So I'm here. I'm not going to change feet. I'm going to step with my left and keep my left forward. Beng quan. This goes with the front foot. Okay, I had to work on that. I really had to work on that. I wanted my fist to go with my back foot. It doesn't. It doesn't. That timing, placement, position, and weight distribution can be more difficult than other types of punches, other types of weight distribution, depending on what you've already learned and depending on what you're paying attention to at the moment. The requirement for Xingyi, fist goes with the front foot. It's not an option. It's not, well, maybe I want to do it this. No, it goes with the front foot. If we were at a tournament and I was judging and I saw a form that was supposed to be Xingyi, that the practitioner was consistently using their back foot for emphasis, I would fault the teacher. If I saw the person doing it intermittently, I would fault the practitioner. They're doing it consistently, that's what they've been taught. That's the teacher's fault. If they're doing it intermittently, it's that part of their practice. There's something going on with their practice, they need to fix it. That distinction really does matter, because as we look at what I'm judging, I'm looking at what a practitioner is doing, I'm going to see part of that person's teacher. What did that person learn, right? I'm going to do something, you're going to be able to see what I've learned a little bit, you know, and so who taught this person, how did they learn whatever they learned? It matters, it really does. So when I see someone, I'm going to look in that manner. Is it this individual that has an incomplete understanding, or have they been taught something that, yeah, maybe that's not quite, maybe they've been taught well. I've seen that a lot too, where the person's been taught extremely well. So it's not always that if there's some issue that is in need of correction. Sometimes there's something that is being done extremely well and needs to be recognized for that level. As we practice, as we're paying attention to stepping methods, I'm going to get to the turn in just a second. All right, here's a stepping method, this method, here. It comes from the lower dantian, and in the same as with everything else, it's not just my hand that's coming out, it's the whole body that goes with. As we move through, as we develop the skills, as we develop our own gongfu, workmanship, we all also begin to develop some level of insight and understanding to the inner practice. And we want to, I want to, develop in a recognizable, traditional manner, so that when someone looks at what I'm doing, it's easy to see what it is I'm doing. And there's also some level of recognition that I've been taught well. I'm going to digress for just a second. Back in the 90s, I was teaching an open class, and one of the students that came to class was a gentleman who had studied another martial art. He had studied wrestling, so he understood a lot of the principles that we had with Tai Chi and Tai Chi push hands. He wanted to learn Bagua, but he had trouble with that. Xingyi he took really well. He liked Xingyi. It worked really well for him. He was able to do quite a bit that was difficult for some of the other students. We went to competition. He took second place in the Xingyi division against a practitioner who had been practicing for 10 years. The gentleman I had been teaching, I'd only been teaching him for about 3. The other division that he took, third place, I think? Yeah, third place. He wasn't expected to place at all. The practitioners that he went against were much more senior, but he was able to achieve several things, one in part because I coached him from the sidelines. There's a stepping method that he was able to use that I knew he could use that would give him a significant advantage in his match, his push hands match. And I showed him that he should use it. He could do that. And maintain. He was pretty good with that. That ability is something that we want, again, and we want to develop it. If somebody is going to learn from me, and this is why I'm tying this back to the story and all of that, what's the basis? What's my level of understanding? Why do it this way? Well, because she said do it that way. This is Beng quan. I will guarantee you that anybody who practices Xingyi will recognize that as Beng quan. They will. It's not something different. It's traditional, and it reflects what I was taught. That element of my own practice, that I want what I'm doing to be recognizable, that I want to carry on the tradition. I'm not interested in particularly changing things. I'll change things to my advantage if I have to, but I'm not particularly interested in changing the form, changing this, because I felt like there needed to be some significant reason that I would want to look at that. Right? I learned it the way it is. I want to pass it on the way that I learned it. So, that's what we're doing. As that process continues, and part of my learning process as well. So here, it was not too good. No, that wasn't quite what it should be. And that was kind of where I was going. As my practice continues, some of the things that I want to include in class are much more related to perspective and how that perspective is connected through me, because I'm teaching it, right? How that perspective is connected through me to my teacher via what I learned, how I learned, the experiences that I had. And as you develop your skills, you're better able to learn and develop because you're already conscious of keeping in mind your surroundings, keeping in mind how you're learning, so that when you look back, however many years from now you look back, I look back about 40. So when I look back, I can remember quite a few things about how I started, because I was focused on time and place in those classes or during that practice. And I want that to be part of what we're doing with this set as well. That time and place, how we learn, what we learn, and what we learned later, that complements and informs what we previously learned. That process, we don't ever stop, really, right? Beng quan with the turn, and I'm trying to do it a little bit more stable this time. Alright, so left foot front, right foot back. Left fist front, right fist back. I'm going to step left, Beng quan. Step left again, Beng quan. And one more time. Here, turn. I'm going to do this real slow. Elbow goes back. Turn the toes. Turn shoulder. Shift the weight. Turn. I didn't turn my foot enough. I need to be here. Because this needs to come up here. Heel and fist together. Open the hands and down. This hand pulls back, this hand presses out. That dragon turn, we have in Wudang's 3 basic methods as well. In dragon step, here, that same turn, that's what we're doing here, Beng quan. As we come around, right foot front, left fist front. Here. As this elbow comes round, my right foot has to turn enough that I can sit here. Right? That's where I stopped before. I'm at 45 to a 90 here. I'm good. I can square my hip. Here, I can't get there. My foot's here, I can't get there. Won't happen. I can go here. as you come around here, turn the toes, turn the heels, set on the heel, and down. It's fairly quick in the move. The foot shifts more than pick it up, put it here, put it there, do that. But that movement remains the same. So, I'm here. Right toes go this way. I'm going to turn around and go the other way. This foot needs to come around to here. Okay? I can get to about here with my toes, right? Unless I do something else, okay? Stay here. Unless I do something else from this position, I can only get my toes this far. I can shift my weight and kick out my hip and bring my toes around a little bit more. But I don't really want to do that. Okay? That changes it changes the emphasis and my weight distribution. So from here, if I turn my toes here, shift back, set the heel, I'm ready and it brings my hip around. I don't have to do that separately. Right? It's connected. I get to here, set the heel, turn around. As I set my heel here, my hip wants to go this way anyway. Let it. That part of moving in harmony with the natural flow, the natural dynamic of the movement. With my left foot front, it's the same thing. As I set here, Xingyi stance, 60 on the front, 40 on the back. Unless I do something else first, that's as far as I get. If I bring this around and then turn, that connection through the heel, up in through the hip and into the shoulder gives me a placement, a grounding, and a dynamic that I wouldn't have otherwise. It's not there, right? So, as we turn, pay attention to where your back foot is. Right? Where's my foot? What's going on? I'm on carpet, and I could use a new pair of shoes. They're really good. So, donations are welcome, but the spin on a carpet is harder to do with sneakers than it would be on dirt or grass, or with a different pair of shoes on carpet, or alright, so we do pay attention to the surface that we're on. So you notice that I set my foot, as my foot comes around through the turn, I set my foot in the correct position. That is the kind of placement that we want to cultivate. It's not an accident. It can't be an accident. I'm gonna go this way. I'm just starting, it doesn't matter. I just did right side turn. I'm gonna do the left side turn because the left side needs to feel like it's at least as warmed up as the right side. Right foot front, left foot back. Left side punch, right, left, and turn. Pay attention to your center. Pay attention to where your fist is going. Pay attention to the separation. Alright, relax. Pay attention to that separation as you step through. Left, right, left, wrong side, left, right here, this. Don't lean. Left, and turn to the left. Here. That set and separate is something that we need to make sure is there. We do. It's part of the turn. Now, that series of turns could be better. Two things. One, in my low work. So as I sink down, I could be more stable, could be lower, should be lower, and a little bit stronger. So an adjustment in my placement, especially on my left side. I know this because I was paying attention, right? What happens during your own practice? If you're not paying attention, how can you develop to get any better, right? I have several things that I noticed in the series that I could do better. Probably will. Next time. We will most likely work on Beng quan again next week. I will pay a little bit more attention to slowing down dragon step, and I'll take a look at how my legs feel on the low work. I will be back tomorrow with Tai Chi. We're working on review of Yang style Tai Chi, and we're focused on the second part of the form, some of the combinations and some of the unique movements in the second part of the form. So there's 3 parts. I haven't got the third part yet. Friday, Wudang Qigong. Set 3, Wild Goose Flying. Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here.